This is the story of the Rime of the Ancient Mariner, one of the most haunting and unforgettable poems in English literature, written by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. It begins on a joyful day. A wedding guest is on his way to a celebration when an old sailor suddenly stops him. The man is the Ancient Mariner. His strange, glittering eye is so powerful that the wedding guest cannot walk away. He is compelled to listen. The mariner begins his tale. Long ago, his ship sailed happily out to sea. The journey seemed normal at first, but soon a violent storm drove the ship far south into a terrifying world of ice and freezing silence. Towering icebergs surrounded them, and the sailors felt lost in a desolate wilderness. Then something extraordinary happened. A great white bird, an albatross, appeared through the mist. The sailors welcomed it as a good omen, almost like a blessing from heaven. Soon after the bird arrived, the ice began to break, and a strong wind pushed the ship forward again. But in a shocking and senseless act, the Ancient Mariner raised his crossbow and shot the albatross. At first the sailors were furious with him for killing the creature that had brought them luck, but when the weather cleared, they began to justify his action. In doing so, they shared his guilt. Soon the punishment began. The wind stopped completely. The ship became trapped in a silent ocean under a burning sun. The sailors suffered terrible thirst. Surrounded by water, they could not drink. Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. As a symbol of his crime, the dead albatross was hung around the mariner's neck. Then one evening, a strange ship appeared on the horizon. It moved across the water without wind. On board were two supernatural figures, Death and Life in Death. They were gambling for the souls of the crew. Death won the sailors. Life in Death won the mariner. One by one, the sailors fell dead, leaving the mariner alone on the endless sea, surrounded by silent bodies. He tried to pray, but he could not. The weight of his guilt was too heavy. Days passed in unbearable loneliness. Then one night he looked down into the water and saw beautiful sea creatures moving beneath the ship. For the first time he saw their beauty. Without thinking, he blessed them. In that moment, something changed. The curse began to break. The albatross fell from his neck, and he was finally able to pray again. Supernatural forces guided the ship back toward his homeland, but even when he returned, his suffering did not end. The mariner is condemned to wander the world, telling his story again and again to those who must hear it. And his lesson is simple but powerful. He who loves all living things, great and small, is closest to God.